Episode 6 is certainly going to be one full of action, drama and tension. Power released a mid-season trailer just over a week ago, and soon after they released a teaser for episode 6, and we finally see Tariq catching Riley spying. Or did he? We saw Kane clocking a gun, getting ready for what looks to be like the GTG crew, and Brayden, he enters Queens. So welcome back to MovieBot and let's talk about episode 6 trailer.
Game, right? Let's see y'all play.
That dude Kane is crazy.
Nobody move!
That dude Kane is crazy.
So I hope you all had a great day yesterday, and certainly I had a good day's rest. Now I'm fired up, ready for the return of Powerbook 2 Ghost. It's only 11 days away, less than 2 weeks, and November was a real drag apart from the last week or so since they gave us the mid-season trailer and some new things to talk about. But anyway, we're here to talk about the new trailer for episode 6 that they put on the Starz app. And they didn't do a big release like they did for the mid-season trailer. I guess this was a Starz kind of exclusive thing, probably to get the people to sign back up for those who may have cancelled during the mid-season break. But anyway, let's talk about what we saw in that trailer for episode 6. And there's no better place to start than Tariq and Riley and the whole situation that we saw play out between them in episode 5 and from the teasers that we've got over the last week or so. And we saw Tariq catching Riley in the act. Well, that's actually what they want us to think, because we saw her taking a picture of her phone. It looks like a message, and it looks like it's either Tariq or Brayden's phone because she's in their room. And Tariq, he definitely does not like Riley. I'm sure he's had bad vibes about her from the very first moment that he's met her. And even when Riley accidentally drugged Tariq and when they were in Trace's room, he said to her, why the fuck is she always around? Does she need a place to stay or something? So he definitely doesn't like the vibes coming away from Riley. And considering what we saw in this teaser with Tariq saying to Lauren that everybody has secrets, which I'm going to come to in just a moment with Lauren, but he can definitely feel some bad vibes from Riley, and no doubt he's been suspicious from the very beginning. And we also see him playing chess with Riley, and in the mid-season trailer it didn't show who was playing chess, and we got this checkmate, but it actually was Riley beating Tariq. Now, I've previously said in many of my Power videos that they really are good at manipulating trailers to make it seem like something is happening. And I don't think actually Tariq will catch Riley doing anything or will find out that she's Sax's spy. But I do think the suspicions will start to raise, and Tariq will definitely know to keep a close eye on her. But I don't think we'll see the full conclusion of this in episode 6. It will definitely run on in the following episodes. We also saw Riley talking to Cooper Saxe, telling him that she's going to prove that Brayden doesn't have any involvement in anything. So does Riley actually know if she's saying Brayden doesn't have any involvement? Does she know about them selling at Stansfield? Does she know about the app? I feel like her saying this to Saxe, I think she knows something or some sort of inkling of what they're up to. So this next episode is really going to set us up for what's to come for Riley's character and the storyline surrounding her and Brayden, her spying on Tariq, and with Cooper Saxe as well, because I think he knows he's fucked up by getting Riley to spy on Tariq, and he's in too deep on this one now, and there's no turning back, especially considering she's now Brayden's girl, and she actually seems to like him considering she's defending him with Cooper Saxe. Either that or she doesn't know to the full extent how much Brayden is actually involved in the game with Tariq. And having mentioned Brayden, let's talk about him next, because how will Brayden actually react to finding out Riley is Sax's spy? Because eventually they will find out, and I actually do think Riley has genuine feelings for Brayden, but it doesn't change the fact that she still is a spy for Cooper Saxe and she's there to spy on Tariq. And it's going to be intriguing to see how Brayden reacts to this whole situation with Riley, because I do believe his loyalty will ultimately lie with Tariq. But something I said previously was I hope Riley actually joins Brayden and Tariq's side and flips on Saxe, because she does remind me of Holly from Power, but we all know how that ended. So could she actually suffer the same fate as Holly did? For me personally, I hope she joins Tariq and Brayden, but I can actually see why she could get popped, and the blood would be on Sax's hands if this was to happen. And with Brayden, we saw this in the clip in the mid-season trailer, and it looks like he's entered Queens, which is what we saw in episode 6's trailer, and he actually looks uncomfortable as hell. He looks like he's delivering some product or money to someone, and he looks shook as anything. And a similar thing again with what we saw in the mid-season trailer with whoever's holding this piece, because their hands are shaking, and it looks like whoever's holding this gun is scared or haven't held a piece before, and it definitely isn't Kane or Tariq because they know how to handle a piece. So this is someone who has never handled a piece before, so I'm wondering whether this is actually Brayden. But I'm actually looking forward to seeing Brayden enter Queens. I want to see how he handles himself. I want to see how he handles himself in the second half of the season, and it's going to be a real test for him, it really is. But let's talk about Lauren and Tariq next, because I touched on this earlier on in the video when I spoke about the conversation that Lauren and Tariq were having in episode 6, and Lauren asked him, why do you always think that people have secrets? Tariq said because people got secrets, and he's right. I actually think Lauren may not be completely truthful with Tariq, and she may be hiding something else because she didn't tell him that she had a boyfriend who's out in DC, and I just get this feeling with Lauren, I don't know, she's hiding something. And remember how I said Power like to manipulate trailers to make them look like something else is happening? This is how I think they manipulated this scene between Lauren, Tariq and Diana. I don't think Diana will walk in on Lauren and Tariq. I actually think Diana will walk in on Tariq talking to Riley, which is this scene, because you can tell he's wearing the same jumper when he was with Riley when Diana interrupts him. So Diana actually interrupts Tariq when he's playing chess or talking to Riley, not when he's with Lauren, so maybe he actually manages to clap Lauren's cheeks after all. So that was just one for you guys if you didn't notice it. You can tell with the jumpers that Tariq is wearing, but with Diana anyway, I'm really not sure why she's acting like she's Tariq's boyfriend, because she seems really clingy for someone that's just met Tariq. Tariq did say he wanted to ask for permission to take Diana out, but I'm sure Tariq isn't stupid enough to get into bed with Diana, especially considering he's working for Monet. But this love triangle is going to take twists and turns as the season goes on. I'm sure it will, because the mid-season trailer also showed Effie returning. They're still going to play out the storyline with whoever wins the program to go to Washington, and actually think he'll fall for Lauren, but she'll disappear and go to Washington, and this is how I think Effie may come into the picture. And there was something else in the episode 6 teaser, which was Kane clocking this gun. We saw a glimpse of this in the mid-season trailer, and everybody was wondering who this could be. Quite a few of you said it was Kane, and you were spot on in the comment section. Kane was clocking this gun, and he looks like he's shouting at Monet saying, "We've got queens on locks, what do we need him for?" And I assume he's talking about Tariq, because Kane, he's pissed right now, especially with what went down in episode 5 when Monet told him to hand his piece to Tariq. And I think this scene here could be because the GTG crew, they've returned. I think we could well see Lil Guap return in episode 6. For those who haven't watched my previous mid-season trailer analysis videos will know I said I expect most of what they showed us will probably play out in the first 2 episodes, especially with Riley, Kane coming to Stansfield and him teaming up with Brayden. So I definitely expect fireworks with the GTG crew in the first episode based on how pissed Kane looks. And Monet even says to Kane, "You're so mad about Tariq, what were you thinking?" And she's referencing to the moment we saw in episode 5, which I spoke about earlier, and I've referenced how Kane isn't happy the position that Monet has him playing. I did a Q&A yesterday on my Insta, and I asked you guys to drop your predictions for the last half of the season, and Savage Hustler said Kane to rebel against Monet, and I actually think this could happen in episode 6 by the looks of it from what we saw in the trailer. So I actually can't wait until we get into some action, because the second half of the season is going to have everything the first half didn't. Action, blood, death, lots of twists and turns, so I can't wait for episode 6 and for the rest of the season. But let me know what you guys thought about episode 6's trailer. Let me know what you thought about Riley and Tariq, because it looks like Riley could be heavily involved in episode 6, and Brayden as well. I definitely think Brayden will be heavily involved in episode 6 as well. So let me know what your thoughts are on Tariq's situation with Riley. Let me know what you guys thought about Tariq and Lauren. And Kane, what do you think Kane is strapping up for? It has to be the GTG crew. But let me know what your thoughts are, and if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button, as well as giving this video a thumbs up before you leave. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.